Jake is floating in a cosmic ocean, and everything feels wrong in the best way possible. The sky is not a sky. It is a swirling void of purple and pink nebulae, stretching infinitely in directions that should not exist. Banana guards drift past him, their yellow peels glowing faintly against the darkness, silent and serene like they know something Jake does not. He is calm, too calm, the kind of calm that comes right before your brain realizes something deeply strange is happening. Then he sees it. The cosmic owl descends from nowhere and everywhere at once, wings spread wide enough to eclipse entire constellations. His feathers are not made of normal bird stuff. They are speckled with stars, actual tiny pinpricks of light that pulse and shimmer, like the universe decided to wear an owl costume. His eyes are massive, soul unblinking, ancient. They do not just look at Jake. They look through him, past him, into the part of his soul where secrets live. And Jake knows, instantly and without explanation, that this is not just another weird dream about Lady Rainicorn making him pancakes or fighting a giant sandwich. This is a premonition. The cosmic owl does not speak. He does not need to. His presence rewrites the rules of the dream, transforms it from random brain noise into something prophetic, something real. The colours shift, becoming more vivid and saturated, the edges of reality sharpening like someone just turned up the contrast on existence itself. Jake feels it in his bones, the weight of fate settling over him like a heavy blanket made of certainty and dread. Welcome to the world of prophetic dreams in the land of Oo, where a silent cosmic bird decides which of your nighttime hallucinations are actually glimpses of tomorrow. In this video, we're going into the complete lore of the cosmic owl. Every appearance, every prophecy, every moment this magnificent space chicken has graced our screens with his ominous silence. We're talking about his origins, his cosmic friendships, his awkward romantic life, and what he actually means for the metaphysics of Adventure Time. So get cozy, hit like, subscribe, if you are ready to have your third eye opened by an interdimensional bird, and let's start. The cosmic owl is not just another weird Adventure Time character. He is the harbinger of inevitability, the witness to futures that have not happened yet but somehow already did. He is proof that in a show about a boy and his magical dog fighting candy people and ice wizards, there exists a genuine cosmic order with rules, hierarchies and entities that transcend the silly surface-level chaos. And it all starts with Jake's dream in the New Frontier. Before the cosmic owl shows up, Jake's dream is pretty standard Adventure Time nonsense. Sure, he is floating in space, and yes, there are banana guards drifting around like decorative space debris, but this is Jake we're talking about. The dog who can stretch into literally any shape, who regularly has conversations with his own internal organs, whose idea of a normal Tuesday involves fighting a demon made of expired milk. Weird dreams are his baseline. This could easily be about nothing. A random firing of neurons, his brain processing that burrito he ate before bed, the usual subconscious static. But then the cosmic owl arrives, and the entire ontological status of the dream shifts. Notice how the animation changes the moment he appears. The colours become richer, more saturated. The movements slow down, becoming more deliberate and weighted. The background details sharpen. Even the sound design shifts. Suddenly there is a low, resonant hum underneath everything, a frequency that feels less like audio and more like the vibration of reality itself, adjusting to accommodate something too big for normal existence. This is not Adventure Time's usual surrealist comedy anymore. This is prophecy, and prophecy has a different aesthetic language. The cosmic owl does not introduce himself. He does not explain the rules or offer a cosmic pamphlet titled, "So You're Having a Premonition Dream, a Beginner's Guide." He just exists, massive and silent, watching Jake with those enormous eyes that contain more knowledge than any living thing should possess. And somehow, Jake understands immediately. There is no confusion, no "wait, who are you" moment. The presence of the cosmic owl communicates everything that needs communicating. This dream matters. This dream is real. Pay attention. It is a brilliant piece of storytelling economy. The show establishes an entire metaphysical concept without a single word of exposition. The cosmic owl's existence is its own explanation. So what makes a dream prophetic versus just weird? In the land of Oo, apparently, it is the cosmic owl's attendance. He is like that friend who only shows up to important events. If he is at your party, you know something significant is about to happen. His presence is the cosmic stamp of approval that transforms random neural firing into genuine precognition. Without him, your dream about fighting a sandwich is just your brain being bored. With him, your dream about fighting a sandwich means you will actually fight a sandwich, and probably soon, and the outcome matters to the fabric of reality. But here is where it gets philosophically interesting. The cosmic owl does not cause the prophecy. He witnesses it. There is a crucial distinction here. He is not creating these futures or forcing them into existence through some cosmic manipulation. He is observing them, confirming them, validating them as real glimpses of what will be. He is less like a fortune teller actively predicting your future, and more like a time-travelling documentary filmmaker who already watched the footage and now just needs to make sure you know it exists. This raises the uncomfortable question that will haunt this entire deep dive. If the cosmic owl sees your future, can you change it? Is his observation of a timeline evidence that timeline is fixed, or does the act of showing you the future give you the opportunity to alter it? We will return to this question many times because Adventure Time never gives us a clean answer, and honestly, that ambiguity is part of the cosmic horror baked into this character. The cosmic owl's silence is crucial to his power. He never speaks in this initial appearance. No ominous warnings, no cryptic riddles, no beware the Ides of March. Nonsense. Just presence. Just observation. The lack of communication makes him more alien, more other. If he spoke, we could negotiate with him, question him, try to extract information. But silence is absolute. Silence is non-negotiable. You cannot argue with silence. You can only accept it and move forward with the knowledge that something immense and unknowable has taken note of your existence. And yet, despite the cosmic gravitas, there is something almost gentle about him. His eyes are huge and unsettling, sure, but they are not cruel. They do not judge. They do not condemn. They simply see. There is a strange comfort in that, being truly seen by something that exists beyond normal reality. The cosmic owl is terrifying in his implications, but he is not malicious. He is not here to hurt you. He is here because your future matters enough to witness. This is Adventure Time's genius at work, taking a concept that should be pure existential dread and making it feel oddly reassuring. Yes, fate might be real, and yes, an interdimensional owl is watching your life unfold according to predetermined patterns, but at least someone cares enough to show up. At least your story matters to the universe. In a weird way, the cosmic owl's presence is validation. You're important enough for prophecy. Your choices ripple through reality in ways that cosmic entities notice. Jake's reaction is perfect characterization. He does not panic. He does not try to wake up or escape the dream. He accepts it with that classic Jake pragmatism. Okay, this is happening. This is a premonition dream. Guess I am going to die soon. Better deal with it like an adult. Throughout the rest of The New Frontier, Jake treats his prophetic death vision not as a horror to avoid, but as information to process. He gets his affairs in order, he makes peace with his mortality, he prepares to say goodbye to Finn. Because if the cosmic owl showed up, then the future is real, and fighting reality is pointless. Or is it? Because here is the twist that makes The New Frontier such a perfect introduction to the cosmic owl's lore. Jake's prophecy comes true, but not the way he expected. He does die in his dream. He croak dreams, as the show calls it. But he does not die in real life. The prophecy was accurate, but Jake's interpretation was wrong. The cosmic ocean he drowns in turns out to be a metaphor, a spiritual death and rebirth rather than a physical one. The banana guards were not death omens but symbols of transition. The cosmic owl showed Jake a true future, but Jake's mortal brain could only understand it through the limited lens of literal death. This is the first hint that premonition dreams are not simple. They are layered, symbolic, open to interpretation even as they remain fundamentally true. The cosmic owl does not give you an instruction manual for your prophecy. He gives you the raw data and expects you to figure out what it means. Sometimes you will be wrong. Sometimes you will be right in ways you did not expect. But the prophecy itself, the core truth of it, remains unshakable. And that is where we're going with this deep dive. The cosmic owl represents something rare in fiction, especially in animation. Genuine cosmic order without easy answers. He's not a villain to defeat or a mentor to learn from. He's a fact of existence, like gravity or entropy. You do not fight the cosmic owl. You do not trick him or outsmart him. You just live in a universe where he exists, where prophecy is real, where your dreams might be showing you tomorrow. The question is not whether the cosmic owl's visions are true. The question is what you do with that truth once you have it. Do you accept fate like Jake, making peace with what is coming? Do you fight it like Finn, who would definitely try to punch destiny in the face if given the chance? Do you ignore it and pretend the universe is not watching, hoping that cosmic entities respect plausible deniability? Or do you embrace the uncertainty, acknowledging that even true prophecy leaves room for interpretation, for meaning-making, for the possibility that witnessing the future might be the first step in understanding how to navigate it? The cosmic owl does not answer these questions. He just hoots occasionally and stares at you with eyes full of stars, and somehow that is more profound than any explanation could be. Let's talk about why the cosmic owl is an owl at all, because that choice is doing a lot of heavy lifting in the symbolism department. Owls have been humanity's go-to metaphor for hidden knowledge since we started carving pictures into cave walls and wondering what happens after death. Nearly every culture that has encountered these nocturnal murder birds has looked at them and thought, yeah, that thing definitely knows secrets. The Greeks associated owls with Athena, goddess of wisdom. The Romans saw them as omens of death. Native American traditions cast them as guides between worlds, messengers moving through the boundary between life and whatever comes after. In Celtic mythology, all owls were connected to the underworld and the crone aspect of the goddess, ancient, knowing, a little bit scary. Mesoamerican cultures linked them to the rain god and the night, creatures that moved through darkness with perfect vision. There is a pattern here. Across vastly different human societies separated by oceans and millennia, owls consistently represent the same cluster of concepts: night, death, wisdom, prophecy, transition, seeing what others cannot see. They are liminal creatures, existing in the space between day and night, between the known world and the mysterious one. They hunt in darkness while we sleep, moving silently through a realm we cannot fully perceive. Their eyes are disproportionately huge, forward-facing like a human's but utterly alien in their unblinking intensity. They can rotate their heads in ways that should not be anatomically possible. They fly without sound. They are in every measurable way weird and unsettling and perfect for representing forces beyond normal comprehension. So when Adventure Time needed a visual representation for prophetic dreams, for the concept of seeing through time itself, an owl was not just a good choice. It was the obvious choice, the mythologically correct choice. The choice that taps into thousands of years of human symbolism about vision and knowledge and the terror of knowing what comes next. But the genius is in the execution. The cosmic owl is not just an owl. He is an owl wearing the universe as a coat. Look at his design carefully. His feathers are not painted with stars. They are made of stars. Actual points of light embedded in his physical form, like someone took a slice of deep space and shaped it into bird anatomy. When he moves, those stars pulse and shimmer with their own internal light. They are not decorative. They are functional. The cosmic owl is not covered in the cosmos. He is partially composed of it. His body exists at the intersection of physical form and abstract space, a creature that is simultaneously an owl and a living constellation. His eyes are enormous, taking up maybe a third of his face, and they never blink. Never. This is crucial. Blinking is a human vulnerability, a moment of not seeing, a brief surrender to the limitations of physical bodies. The cosmic owl does not have that limitation. His gaze is continuous, unbroken, eternal. He sees everything, always, without pause or interruption. Those eyes are not just big for aesthetic reasons. They are big because they need to contain infinite observation. The weight of watching every possible timeline simultaneously. The colour palette is perfect Adventure Time. Bright, accessible, friendly enough that children watching can enjoy the pretty space bird without having existential crises, but strange enough that adults recognise this as something operating on a different level of reality. He is predominantly deep blue and purple, colours associated with night and mystery and the unknown depths of space. The star speckles are white and yellow and occasionally pink, giving him a soft, almost gentle appearance despite his cosmic significance. He is not rendered in harsh alien colours. He is not trying to be visually intimidating. He is just clearly not from here, clearly more than what he appears, clearly operating according to rules that transcend the land of Oo's usual chaotic whimsy. And then there is his size. The cosmic owl is big. Not kaiju big, not I could step on a city big, but significantly larger than any character he interacts with. He towers over Jake. He dwarfs Finn. His wingspan could probably cover a small house. This is not a creature you could pick up or pet or keep as a familiar. Marie, this is a creature that makes you feel small by existing near you. Size matters in animation. It communicates power dynamics without dialogue. The cosmic owl's scale tells you immediately that he is not a peer, not a buddy, not someone you can negotiate with as an equal. He is above you in every literal and metaphorical sense. But here is where Adventure Time subverts expectations. Despite all the cosmic gravitas, the cosmic owl is also kind of cute. His body is pleasantly round, his feathers are fluffy. His face, while dominated by those massive eyes, has a softness to it. He looks huggable, if you were brave enough or foolish enough to try hugging an interdimensional prophet. This is the show's tonal balance at work, making cosmic horror approachable, giving existential dread a friendly face. The cosmic owl could have been designed to be purely terrifying, all sharp edges and wrong angles and colours that hurt to perceive. Instead, he is a big, soft space bird who happens to know your entire future. The horror is in the implications, not the aesthetics. The choice to make him largely silent is equally brilliant. The cosmic owl has a voice. We know this because he occasionally hoots, and later in the series he actually speaks a few words, but he uses it sparingly, almost reluctantly. Most of his appearances are completely wordless. He shows up, he observes, he leaves. No exposition, no explanation, no cosmic TED talk about the nature of prophecy and free will, just presence, just witness. This silence does several things at once. First, it makes him more alien. Language is how we connect, how we establish common ground, how we negotiate shared reality. By refusing to engage in language most of the time, the cosmic owl positions himself as fundamentally other, as something that exists beyond the reach of normal communication. You cannot have a conversation with him. You cannot ask clarifying questions. You cannot debate the interpretation of your prophecy, or request a refund if you do not like your future. He is there, he sees, and your opinions about that are irrelevant. Second, the silence makes him more powerful. Words can be challenged, debated, misunderstood, weaponized. Silence cannot. Silence is absolute. It forces the viewer and the characters to sit with uncertainty, to grapple with meaning without guidance, to accept that some cosmic truths do not come with instruction manuals. The cosmic owl's silence is not ignorance or inability, it is choice. He could speak, but speaking would diminish the purity of his function. He's not here to teach or guide or comfort, he's here to witness. Speaking would imply a relationship, a back and forth, a possibility of negotiation. Silence maintains the distance necessary for his role. Third, and maybe most importantly, the silence makes every moment when he does make sound incredibly significant. When the cosmic owl hoots, you pay attention. When he speaks actual words in later episodes, it feels like a cosmic event, like reality just cracked open slightly to let something impossible through. If he talked constantly, his words would lose weight. By rationing his voice, the show ensures that every sound he makes carries maximum impact. The design philosophy extends to how he moves. The cosmic owl does not fly like a normal bird. He glides, drifts, manifests. He does not flap frantically or struggle against gravity. He exists in defiance of gravity, moving through space like space itself is optional. When he descends from the cosmic void in Jake's dream, he is not falling. He is choosing to be lower than he was before. There is a weightlessness to him, an effortlessness that suggests physical laws are more like polite suggestions in his presence. His animation is also notably smoother than most Adventure Time characters. The show usually embraces a deliberately crude, hand-drawn aesthetic, with lots of intentional roughness and character. But the Cosmic Owl's animation is more fluid, more polished, more otherworldly. He does not have the same kinetic, manic energy as Finn and Jake. His movements are measured, deliberate, ancient. He is not in a hurry. When you exist outside of normal time, rushing is meaningless. Compare him to other cosmic entities in Adventure Time. Prismo is a two-dimensional wish-granting being who lives in an old man's dreams and talks like a laid-back California dude. Party God is a living embodiment of celebration who speaks in fragmented party slang. Grob Gob Glob Grod are four Mars deities sharing a single body who argue with themselves constantly. Death is a skeleton in a business suit who plays card games and has bureaucratic complaints. Every other cosmic entity in the show is given personality quirks, dialogue, relatable traits that make them feel like characters despite their impossible nature. The Cosmic Owl is different. He is allowed to remain mysterious. He is allowed to be unknowable. The show gives us tiny glimpses into his personality in later episodes, but in his core function as prophet and witness, he maintains an essential alienness that other cosmic beings trade for relatability. This design philosophy reflects a deeper truth about Adventure Time's approach to mythology. The show loves to demystify the cosmic, to show us that gods and demons and interdimensional beings are just people with jobs and problems and social lives. But it also recognizes that some things should stay mysterious, that not every cosmic force needs to be your friend or explain itself in terms you can understand. The Cosmic Owl occupies that space. He is part of the world, he interacts with other characters, but he never fully becomes domesticated or comprehensible. He is proof that the universe is bigger and stranger than the land of Oo, that there are forces operating on scales beyond even Princess Bubblegum's scientific understanding or the Ice King's magic. He's a reminder that prophecy exists. That time is more complex than the linear experience mortals have, that some futures are written in starlight and witnessed by creatures who wear the cosmos's skin. And he does all of this while looking like a friend-shaped bird you could theoretically give a hug, if only he were not currently containing the weight of infinite tomorrows in his unblinking eyes. The Cosmic Owl is cute cosmic horror. He is approachable existentialism. He is a design philosophy that says you can be both friendly and fundamentally unknowable, both adorable and operating on a scale that makes mortal concerns irrelevant. He is, in every sense, perfectly designed for his function, making you aware that the universe is watching your dreams, and the universe is shaped like an owl, and the universe thinks you're interesting enough to remember. Sweet dreams. The land of Oo operates on layers of reality that would make an onion jealous. On the surface level, you have Finn and Jake dealing with relatively normal problems like rescuing princesses and fighting the Ice King and wondering whether hot dogs are sandwiches. One layer down, you have ancient magic, candy science, and kingdoms built on post-apocalyptic ruins. Another layer reveals the Mushroom War, nuclear devastation, and the slow rebuild of civilization from radioactive ashes. But keep peeling, and eventually you hit the cosmic layer, the realm where the Cosmic Owl lives, along with a whole ecosystem of entities who treat reality like mortals treat a particularly interesting board game. This is where things get delightfully weird, because Adventure Time's cosmic bureaucracy is both impossibly grand and hilariously mundane. Let's start with the most important question. Who are the Cosmic Owl's co-workers? Because yes, apparently being an interdimensional prophet is a job, and like all jobs, it comes with colleagues, office politics, and cosmic break rooms where everyone complains about mortals. First up, Prismo. Prismo is the Wishmaster, a two-dimensional being who exists as a projection on the wall of an old man's dreams. He lives in the Time Room, a space outside normal reality where time can be observed and manipulated like clay. Prismo grants wishes, but he's also deeply lonely, deeply bored, and deeply in need of friends who understand the existential weight of being cosmic. He talks like a perpetually chill guy from California who just wants to hang out and make pickles. He's basically if cosmic power had a quarter-life crisis and decided to cope through radical acceptance and friendship. The Cosmic Owl and Prismo are friends, actual friends. They hang out in the Time Room. They attend cosmic parties together. They have the kind of easy camaraderie that suggests they have known each other for eons and have long since moved past the need for pretense or formality. This is crucially important because it tells us that cosmic entities are not solitary. They form relationships, they seek companionship, they get lonely just like mortals do. Being omniscient or prophetic or wish-granting does not exempt you from needing someone to talk to about your problems. In one of the most quietly profound character moments in the entire series, we see Prismo sad and isolated, and the cosmic owl is there for him. Not as a cosmic superior or subordinate, but as a genuine friend offering comfort. The cosmic owl, this being who witnesses all possible futures and exists partially outside of time, cares enough about Prismo's emotional state to show up and be present. Cosmic beings having emotions and supporting each other through those emotions is such a wonderfully Adventure Time concept. The universe is infinite and terrifying, but friendship still matters, even when you're made of stars and prophecy. Then there is Party God, who is exactly what his name suggests. Party God is a cosmic entity whose entire existence revolves around celebration, revelry, and making sure everyone has a good time. He is massive, beer-can-shaped, speaks in fragmented, excited shouts, and appears whenever partying reaches a certain critical mass. He is less refined than the cosmic owl, less mysterious, but equally cosmic in his own way. He represents pure hedonistic joy elevated to the status of universal force. The cosmic owl and Party God also appear to be friends, or at least friendly acquaintances. They show up at the same cosmic events. They acknowledge each other with the casual ease of people who exist in the same social circles. This is hilarious and profound. The prophet of fate and the embodiment of partying appears. They operate on the same cosmic level. Prophecy and celebration have equal metaphysical weight in Adventure Time's universe. What does this tell us about cosmic hierarchy? It suggests that cosmic entities are not ranked by power alone, but by function. Each one represents a fundamental aspect of existence. Prismo represents possibility and wishes. Party God represents joy and celebration. The cosmic owl represents prophecy and witness. None of them is inherently more important than the others. They are all necessary components of a functioning universe. You need prophecy just as much as you need the ability to change fate through wishes. You need celebration just as much as you need knowledge of what comes next. Death is another crucial member of this cosmic ecosystem. Death in Adventure Time is depicted as a skeleton in a sharp suit who runs the afterlife with bureaucratic efficiency and occasionally plays card games with mortals to decide their fate. He is professional, somewhat annoyed by the complications mortals create, and very clear about his role. He is not evil, he is just doing his job. Everyone dies. That is the rule. Death makes sure the rule is followed. The cosmic owl and Death do not interact much on screen. But their roles are complementary. Death deals with endings. The cosmic owl witnesses futures, some of which inevitably involve those endings. They are both dealing with time and mortality, just from different angles. Death is concerned with the moment of transition. The cosmic owl is concerned with seeing that transition before it happens. Together, they represent the full cycle. Prophecy shows you the future. Death ensures the future arrives on schedule. Then you have the truly strange ones. Life, who appears as a small abstract creature and exists as Death's cosmic counterpart. Grob Gob Glob Grod, the four-faced Martian deity who is simultaneously four brothers sharing one body, representing different aspects of governance and protection. The Lich, who is not exactly a cosmic entity, but more like a cosmic mistake, a manifestation of entropy and extinction given will and purpose. Golb, spelled Golb, who represents chaos and entropy at the highest possible level. He's not evil, he's the absence of meaning, the force that unmakes reality itself. Wait, let's talk about Golb for a second. Because he's important for understanding where the cosmic owl fits in the power structure. Golb is the final boss of cosmic entities. He exists above everyone else, not as a ruler, but as a fundamental force. He's not part of the cosmic bureaucracy. He is what the cosmic bureaucracy exists in spite of. Golb represents pure chaos, the dissolution of form, the end of structure and meaning. He is entropy given shape, or more accurately, entropy temporarily constrained into something vaguely shape-like before it dissolves everything again. When Golb shows up, other cosmic entities are afraid. Prismo is afraid. The King of Mars is afraid. Everyone who understands what Golb represents is appropriately terrified. The cosmic owl, notably, does not seem afraid of Golb. This is not because the owl is more powerful, he almost certainly is not. It is because fear requires attachment to outcomes, and the cosmic owl is fundamentally a witness. He observes what will be. Golb's chaos is part of what will be. The owl can see Golb's actions in the timeline. He does not fight them or fear them. He acknowledges them as part of the pattern. This suggests something interesting about the cosmic hierarchy. Power and importance are not the same thing. Golb has more raw power than probably any other entity in Adventure Time. He can unmake reality. He can dissolve gods. He is the heat death of the universe given malevolent consciousness. But the cosmic owl has a different kind of significance. He has knowledge. He has perspective. He sees the pattern that even Golb's chaos exists within. Power can destroy. Knowledge can comprehend. Neither is superior to the other. They are different axes of cosmic importance. So where does the cosmic owl rank in this hierarchy? He is clearly not at the top in terms of raw power. He cannot reshape reality like Prismo. He cannot decide who lives and dies like Death. He cannot unmake existence like Golb. But he has something almost no one else has. Perfect observation without interference. He sees without changing. He witnesses without participating. This makes him uniquely valuable in the cosmic ecosystem. Think of it like this. Prismo can grant wishes, but he is constrained by rules about what wishes can and cannot do. Death can end lives, but he cannot prevent those lives from happening in the first place. Party God can make people celebrate, but he cannot force genuine joy. Every cosmic entity has limits, boundaries, rules that constrain their function. The cosmic owl's constraint is non-interference. He cannot change what he sees, only observe it and occasionally confirm it by appearing in premonition dreams. But this constraint is also his freedom. Because he does not interfere, he can see everything without bias. Because he does not change outcomes, he can witness all possible timelines without collapsing them into single paths. He is the cosmic equivalent of a perfect observer in quantum mechanics. He exists to measure and confirm, not to alter. This makes him incredibly important to the other cosmic beings. Prismo needs someone who can see the full consequences of wishes. Death needs someone who can confirm which mortals are supposed to die when. Party God needs someone who can witness whether his celebrations actually matter in the grand timeline of existence. The cosmic owl serves as cosmic verification, the being who can look at any event and say, yes, that is part of the pattern, or yes, that future is real. He is the universe's fact-checker, the cosmic notary, the witness who makes events official by observing them. And this, beautifully, gives him a kind of soft power that transcends raw ability. The other cosmic entities respect the cosmic owl not because they fear him, but because they need him. They need someone who can see clearly, who is not trying to manipulate or control or change things, who simply watches and confirms. In a universe full of beings with agendas and desires and functions that require active intervention, the cosmic owl is the one entity who can be trusted to just tell the truth about what is and what will be. He is also, hilariously, part of the cosmic social scene. The Time Room is not just Prismo's house. It is apparently a hangout spot for various cosmic entities. We see multiple scenes of cosmic beings just chilling there, talking, existing in each other's presence like friends at a coffee shop. The cosmic owl is part of this social circle. He attends cosmic parties. He has conversations with other entities. He participates in the communal life of beings who exist outside normal reality. This is so deeply weird and so deeply Adventure Time. The cosmic hierarchy is not some rigid tyrannical structure with supreme beings at the top issuing commands. It is more like a workplace or a neighbourhood. Everyone has their job, everyone knows everyone else, and occasionally you all get together to hang out because even cosmic entities need social connection. The cosmic owl's position in this hierarchy is somewhere around respected colleague who is always invited to parties, but usually arrives late and leaves early. He is not the boss. He is not the most powerful, he is not the decision-maker, but he is valued, respected, included. He has friends, he has peers, he has a place in the cosmic community. And when mortals encounter him, they are not just meeting a powerful entity, they are meeting someone who is part of a whole social ecosystem of impossible beings, all of whom are trying to make existence function, while also dealing with their own loneliness and need for connection. The cosmic owl is cosmic middle management, and somehow that makes him more relatable and more terrifying at the same time. Because if even the prophetic space owl who witnesses all possible futures still needs friends and gets invited to cosmic parties and presumably has opinions about which cosmic entity makes the best snacks, then the universe is simultaneously more comprehensible and more incomprehensible than we thought. It means that existence has structure, hierarchy, community. But that structure is weird and friendly, and includes a lot of beings who are just doing their best to fulfill their cosmic functions while also maintaining healthy relationships. The cosmic owl fits into the universe as the guy who sees everything, tells almost nothing, and shows up when you need confirmation that your dream was not just a dream. He is not the king of the cosmos. He is the witness of the cosmos. And in Adventure Time's beautifully strange mythology, being a witness is just as important as being a god. Maybe more important, because gods can be wrong. But the cosmic owl only shows up when something is definitively, inevitably, cosmically true. Alright, let's get into the mechanics of how premonition dreams actually function in Adventure Time, because the show never gives us a convenient rulebook, and honestly, that ambiguity is part of the horror and beauty of the whole concept. The first and most fundamental rule seems to be this: if the cosmic owl appears in your dream, that dream is a premonition. His presence transforms random subconscious nonsense into genuine glimpses of the future. This is the baseline. Before the owl shows up, you're just having a regular dream about your anxieties and memories and that weird thing you ate before bed. After the owl shows up, you are witnessing tomorrow. But what counts as showing up? Does he need to be the central focus of the dream, or does a brief cameo count? Does he need to make eye contact with you specifically, or is his presence in the dream space enough to activate prophecy mode? The show suggests that any appearance counts, even if he is in the background, even if he is not interacting with you directly. His existence within the dream framework is what matters. He is the cosmic stamp of approval, the verification that this particular neural firing is more than biochemistry. So who gets premonition dreams? This is where things get murky. Jake gets them. Finn does not seem to, or at least we never see confirmed premonition dreams from Finn's perspective. Other characters occasionally reference strange dreams, but we do not know if those are prophetic or just weird. This suggests that premonition dreams are not universal. Not everyone has the capacity or the cosmic attention to receive them. Why Jake specifically? Maybe it is because Jake is more spiritually open, more willing to accept weird cosmic stuff without fighting it. Maybe it is because Jake's relaxed approach to reality makes him a better receiver for prophetic information. Maybe it is random, and Jake just happens to be someone the cosmos decided to include in the prophecy distribution list. Or maybe, and this is the darkest possibility, everyone gets premonition dreams occasionally, but most people either do not recognize them or forget them immediately upon waking, and Jake is just one of the few who pays attention. Let's catalogue every confirmed premonition dream we see in the series, because the pattern matters. The New Frontier gives us Jake's death dream, the foundational premonition that establishes how this whole system works. Jake dreams of floating in a cosmic ocean with banana guards. The cosmic owl appears, and Jake interprets this as his impending death. The prophecy comes true, but not literally. Jake does not die physically. Instead, he experiences a croak dream, a kind of spiritual death and rebirth, a shedding of his old self. The prophecy was accurate. Jake's interpretation was wrong. This is crucial. The cosmic owl shows you the truth, but understanding that truth is your problem. The imagery in Jake's dream is deeply symbolic. The cosmic ocean represents the unknown, the vast possibility space of existence. The banana guards represent familiar elements rendered strange, daily life transformed by cosmic perspective. The act of drowning represents surrender, ego death, the dissolution of self. Jake sees these symbols and thinks, "Oh, I am going to die," which is a reasonable interpretation if you're a mortal being with limited perspective. But the actual meaning is more complex, more spiritual, more about transformation than termination. This establishes a pattern. Premonition dreams speak in symbolism, not literalism. They are not showing you a video recording of the future. They are showing you the emotional and spiritual truth of what is coming, filtered through your subconscious and rendered in the weird language of dreams. You have to decode them, you have to interpret them, and you might be wrong. Hoots gives us a different kind of premonition dream, one where the dreamer is not the subject of the prophecy. Jake dreams about the cosmic owl himself, specifically about the cosmic owl's romantic troubles and his awkward attempts at cosmic dating. This is weird for multiple reasons. First, it suggests that the cosmic owl can be the subject of prophecy, not just the witness. Second, it implies that premonition dreams can show you other people's futures, not just your own. Third, it means that ignoring a premonition dream has consequences. Jake initially treats this dream as just another weird dream and tries to ignore it, but the cosmic owl keeps appearing, keeps insisting through his silent presence that this matters. Eventually, Jake investigates and discovers that yes, the cosmic owl does have romantic problems, and yes, Jake was being shown this for a reason. The prophecy was not about Jake at all. It was about cosmic events that Jake needed to participate in to ensure they happened correctly. This expands the function of premonition dreams significantly. They are not just warnings or previews of your personal future. They are sometimes instructions, cosmic calls to action, and notifications that you have a role to play in someone else's timeline. The universe is recruiting you through dreams to help maintain the proper flow of events. Why would the cosmos need Jake's help with the cosmic owl's dating life? This is never fully explained, but the implication seems to be that even cosmic entities exist within networks of causality, and sometimes mortals are the crucial nodes in those networks. Jake's intervention allows certain futures to happen that would not happen without mortal participation. The cosmic owl can see the future, but he cannot necessarily change his own behaviour within that future. He needs Jake to be the agent of change, the catalyst that allows prophecy to fulfill itself. This is deliciously paradoxical. The prophet needs help from a mortal to make the prophecy come true. The witness of fate is also subject to fate. The being who sees all possible tomorrows still needs his friend to show up and help him navigate cosmic romance. There are other moments throughout the series where characters reference strange dreams, or the cosmic owl appears briefly in the background of cosmic scenes. But these two episodes, The New Frontier and Hoots, give us the most explicit information about how premonition dreams function. So let's talk about the big question. Can you change a premonition, or is fate absolute? The show deliberately refuses to give a clean answer, and that refusal is thematically important. Jake's death prophecy comes true, but not in the way he expected, which suggests both that prophecy is real and that interpretation matters. If Jake had understood the symbolic nature of his dream, would he have behaved differently? Would the outcome have changed? Or was his misinterpretation part of the prophecy, a necessary component of how events unfolded? Consider the logic carefully. The cosmic owl shows Jake a future where Jake experiences death as transformation. For that future to happen, Jake needs to believe he's going to die literally, so he spends time preparing emotionally and spiritually. That preparation is what allows the transformation to happen. If Jake had known from the start that the death was metaphorical, he might not have done the emotional work necessary to make the transformation real. So the misinterpretation was required. The prophecy was accurate. Jake's understanding was incomplete. And both of those facts were true simultaneously. This suggests a deeply weird model of how fate works in Adventure Time. Prophecy is real and absolute in the sense that the core truth will happen. But the path to that truth, the specific details of how it manifests, the subjective experience of the people involved, all of that has flexibility. The destination is fixed, the journey is variable, or maybe not. Maybe the journey is also fixed, and the feeling of variability is an illusion created by limited mortal perspective. Maybe the cosmic owl sees not just one possible future, but all possible futures, and his appearance confirms which branch of the timeline you're on. Maybe every choice you make after seeing him was already accounted for in the prophecy. Maybe free will and determinism are both real simultaneously, existing in superposition until observed, and the cosmic owl is the observer who collapses the probability wave. Adventure Time never commits to an answer because committing would diminish the existential weight of the question. The show wants you to sit with uncertainty. It wants you to feel the tension between destiny and choice, between prophecy and agency. It wants you to wonder whether Jake could have avoided his croak dream, or whether trying to avoid it would have been part of the path toward it, or whether the whole concept of avoidance is meaningless when you are dealing with cosmic forces that exist outside of time. Let's examine another angle. What happens if you try to ignore a premonition dream? Hoots suggests that ignoring prophecy creates problems. Jake tries to dismiss his dream about the cosmic owl, and the result is that cosmic events start spiraling. The cosmic owl shows up increasingly insistently, and reality itself seems to push Jake toward participating in the prophecy. You cannot just opt out of fate by refusing to acknowledge it. The universe will make you participate whether you want to or not. But is that because fate is truly inescapable, or because the prophecy already accounted for your resistance? If the cosmic owl showed Jake a future where Jake initially resists but eventually helps, then Jake's resistance was not defying prophecy, it was fulfilling it. Every action you take after receiving a premonition, including the action of trying to avoid the premonition, might be part of the predicted timeline. Yet this is the kind of recursive paradox that makes premonition dreams both fascinating and terrifying. You cannot escape them by believing them. You cannot escape them by disbelieving them. You cannot escape them by ignoring them. You cannot escape them by obsessively trying to prevent them. Every possible response was already seen and accounted for. The cosmic owl has already witnessed your attempts to change fate, and those attempts are part of fate. Unless they are not, unless there are timelines the cosmic owl does not see, unless his vision has limits, unless prophecy is probabilistic rather than absolute, showing you the most likely future rather than the only possible future, the show leaves this door open, never confirming whether the cosmic owl's sight is truly omniscient or just vastly more comprehensive than mortal perception. There is also the question of what triggers a premonition dream in the first place. Why does the cosmic owl choose to appear in some dreams and not others? Why warn Jake about his croak dream? Why show Jake his own romantic problems? What is the selection criteria? One possibility is that premonition dreams occur at crucial junctures, moments where the timeline branches significantly, and someone needs to be aware of the stakes. If Jake had not processed his mortality through the croak dream, maybe he would have made different choices later that would have cascaded into worse outcomes. If Jake had not helped the cosmic owl, maybe cosmic order would have degraded in some subtle but important way. The premonition dreams are not random entertainment. They are cosmic interventions designed to keep important timelines on track. But this raises another question. On track toward what? If there is a correct timeline that premonition dreams help maintain, who decides what correct means? Is there a cosmic goal, a final state that the universe is trying to reach? Or is it more like cosmic homeostasis, maintaining balance and preventing catastrophic deviations rather than working toward a specific end? The cosmic owl does not seem to have an agenda beyond witnessing. He is not guiding history toward a particular outcome. He is just confirming which outcomes are real. So maybe the correct timeline is simply the one that actually happens, and premonition dreams are the universe's way of ensuring consistency, of making sure that beings with knowledge of the future do not accidentally create paradoxes or break causality. Or maybe I am overthinking this, and premonition dreams happen because the cosmic owl finds certain mortals interesting and wants to see how they react to prophecy. Maybe cosmic entities get bored. Maybe watching Jake deal with his mortality is entertainment from a cosmic perspective, like how humans watch reality TV. That is a deeply unsettling thought, actually. The idea that your prophetic dream about death and transformation is cosmic entertainment, that some interdimensional owl is watching your existential crisis unfold with the detached interest of someone watching a particularly dramatic episode of their favourite show. But even if that is true, it does not change the fundamental mechanics. Premonition dreams are real. They show true futures or true symbolic representations of futures. The cosmic owl's presence validates them, and once you have one, you have to live with the knowledge that tomorrow is already written somewhere, in starlight and prophecy, witnessed by a bird who never blinks. The question is not whether premonition dreams are real. They definitely are. The question is what you do with that reality. Do you fight it, accept it, ignore it, embrace it? Do you try to understand the symbolism, or do you take everything literally and hope for the best? And the answer, frustratingly and beautifully, is that it probably does not matter. Because the cosmic owl has already seen what you're going to do. He saw you reading this script. He saw you wondering whether fate is real. He saw every choice you will make about how to respond to prophecy. He saw it all, and he's not telling you whether you got it right. He's just watching, with those enormous star-filled eyes, waiting for tomorrow to catch up to the yesterday he witnessed 1,000 years from now. Here is the thing that makes the Cosmic Owl genuinely brilliant as a character. He's not just a cosmic plot device or a walking symbol. He has an actual personality. He has feelings. He has insecurities. He gets lonely. He wants connection. And discovering this, after seeing him as this silent, ominous prophet for so long, is like finding out that the monolith from 2001, A Space Odyssey, has anxiety about whether people like him. Hoots is the episode that cracks open the Cosmic Owl's character and reveals that underneath all the cosmic gravitas and prophetic authority, there is a being who is desperately, painfully, awkwardly trying to figure out how to have relationships. Let's start with the setup. Jake has a premonition dream about the Cosmic Owl, which is already weird because usually the Cosmic Owl is the one facilitating premonitions, not starring in them. But in this dream, Jake sees the Cosmic Owl at a party, clearly trying to connect with someone, clearly struggling with social interaction, clearly experiencing some kind of romantic difficulty. The Cosmic Owl in this dream is not the silent cosmic observer. He is vulnerable, expressive, almost desperate for connection. Jake initially tries to ignore this dream because, reasonably, what is he supposed to do about a cosmic entity's personal problems? But the dream keeps recurring. The Cosmic Owl keeps appearing, more insistent each time, and Jake eventually realizes that this is not just a dream. This is a cry for help translated through the language of prophecy. The Cosmic Owl cannot ask for help directly, because asking would violate his nature as an observer. But he can appear in dreams, and he can hope that someone cares enough to investigate. This is heartbreaking when you think about it. The Cosmic Owl witnesses all possible futures for countless beings across infinite timelines. But he cannot directly communicate his own needs. He is trapped in his function, bound by the cosmic role of witness and prophet, unable to just say, "Hey, I am lonely and I need a friend." The best he can do is show up in someone's dream and hope they understand that his presence means something more personal than prophecy. So Jake, being Jake, decides to help. And this is where we get to see the Cosmic Owl as an actual person rather than a cosmic force. The Cosmic Owl is trying to date. Specifically, he is interested in someone, and he is phenomenally bad at expressing that interest. When we see him at the cosmic party, he is hovering awkwardly near his romantic interest, clearly wanting to approach but paralyzed by uncertainty. He does not know what to say. He does not know how to start a conversation. He is experiencing the exact same social anxiety that every mortal teenager has experienced at a school dance, except he is an omniscient space owl who witnesses the branching timelines of existence. Think about how wild that is. The Cosmic Owl can see your entire future. He knows whether your relationship will work out before you even meet the person. He witnesses births, as deaths, transformations, cosmic events of incomprehensible scale, and yet he is completely stumped by the question of how to talk to someone he likes at a party. This is Adventure Time's genius at humanizing the cosmic. Power and knowledge do not exempt you from emotional vulnerability. Omniscience does not come with social skills. You can contain infinite wisdom about the future and still have no idea how to flirt. Jake tries to help by being the Cosmic Owl's wingman, which is such a delightfully absurd concept. A magical dog from a post-apocalyptic candy kingdom is providing dating advice to an interdimensional prophet. Jake tries to coach him through conversation starters, tries to encourage him to just be himself, tries to create opportunities for connection. And the Cosmic Owl is trying, genuinely trying, but he is so awkward. He hovers too close. He does not make eye contact properly, which is ironic given that his entire thing is observation. He does not know when to speak or what to say when he does. Part of the problem is that the Cosmic Owl is not used to speaking. His cosmic function requires silence. He is the witness, the observer, the confirmer of prophecy through presence rather than words. Actually using language, actually engaging in conversation as a participant rather than an observer, this is foreign territory for him. He's trying to act against his essential nature, trying to be vulnerable and present and communicative when his entire existence has been built around distance and silence. And then there is Party God, who shows up as the Cosmic Owl's friend and provides another layer of characterization. Party God is everything the Cosmic Owl is not. loud, confident, socially aggressive, completely comfortable in social situations. He is trying to help the cosmic owl by basically throwing him into social interactions and hoping he figures it out through immersion. This is a terrible strategy for someone as anxious and reserved as the cosmic owl, but it comes from genuine affection. Party God wants his friend to be happy. He wants the cosmic owl to experience connection. He is just going about it in the most party God way possible. The dynamic between party God and the cosmic owl reveals something important. Cosmic entities have friendships with wildly different personalities. They are not all the same. They have individual temperaments, preferences, social styles. Party God is extroverted and chaotic. The cosmic owl is introverted and careful. Prismo is somewhere in the middle, chill and friendly, but also somewhat isolated by his role. These differences create real relationships with real dynamics, not just cosmic entities standing next to each other and fulfilling functions. Eventually, Jake helps facilitate a conversation between the cosmic owl and his romantic interest, and it is painful to watch in the best way. The cosmic owl tries to speak and stumbles over words. He makes awkward eye contact. He does not know what to do with his wings. He's experiencing the full mortal terror of vulnerability, the fear that if you show someone who you really are, they might not like what they see. His romantic interest seems nice, but also somewhat confused by the cosmic owl's awkwardness. There is not an immediate magical connection. It is not a fairy tale moment where everything clicks into place. It is just two beings trying to communicate across the gap of their different natures, trying to find common ground, trying to see if connection is possible. We never get a clean resolution to the cosmic owl's romantic arc, which is probably intentional. The point is not whether he gets the relationship he wants. The point is that he wants it at all, that he is capable of longing and vulnerability and hope despite being a cosmic entity who exists partially outside of time. But here is where it gets really interesting philosophically. The cosmic owl can presumably see his own future. He knows whether this romantic pursuit will work out. He knows if he's going to end up alone or in a relationship. He can witness his own timeline just like he witnesses everyone else's. So why bother? Why go through the anxiety and awkwardness of trying if you already know the outcome? The show does not give us an explicit answer, but the implication seems to be that knowing the future does not make the present irrelevant. The cosmic owl still has to live through the moments, still has to experience the emotions, still has to make the choices even if he already knows what those choices will be. Prophecy does not exempt you from participation. You still have to show up for your own life, even if you have already seen how it ends. This is deeply existentialist. The cosmic owl embodies the idea that meaning comes from engagement, not outcome. Whether his romantic interest reciprocates does not matter as much as the fact that he tried, that he made himself vulnerable, that he participated in the messy emotional reality of connection, rather than remaining in the safe distance of pure observation. And this recontextualizes everything we know about the cosmic owl's function as prophet. When he appears in your premonition dream, he is not just showing you the future, he is participating in the present moment of revelation. He is engaging with your timeline, making himself part of your story, connecting with you through the act of witness. His silence is not coldness or indifference. It is the only way he knows how to relate, the only language available to him in his cosmic role. But outside that role, in moments like the party and hoots, he is trying desperately to speak, to connect, to be something more than just an observer. He wants to be seen, not just to see. He wants to be known, not just to know. He wants someone to witness him the way he witnesses everyone else. This adds a tragic dimension to his character. Every time he appears in someone's premonition dream, he is making a connection, but it is one-directional, asymmetric. He sees you, you see him, but you do not really see him, not the full person behind the cosmic function. You see the prophet, the harbinger, the confirmation of fate. You do not see the lonely entity who goes to parties and hovers awkwardly near people he likes and wishes he knew how to start conversations. Jake sees him, though. Jake sees past the cosmic exterior to the vulnerable person underneath. And Jake's response is not to treat the cosmic owl as a god or a force of nature. Jake treats him as a friend who needs help. Jake brings mortal warmth to cosmic loneliness. Jake reminds the cosmic owl that connection is possible, that vulnerability is worth it, that even beings made of starlight deserve companionship. The cosmic owl's personality, when we finally get to see it, is defined by contradiction. He is all-seeing but socially blind. He is confident in his cosmic function but deeply insecure in personal interactions. He is comfortable witnessing infinite timelines, but uncomfortable being present in a single moment of genuine connection. He contains multitudes, literally and figuratively, infinite knowledge and childlike uncertainty, as cosmic power and mortal longing. This makes him one of the most complex characters in Adventure Time despite his limited screen time. He represents the idea that power and wisdom do not solve the fundamental problems of existence. You can be omniscient and still lonely. You can witness all possible futures and still not know how to navigate your own present. You can be a cosmic entity and still need a friend to help you talk to someone at a party. And when he does speak, those rare moments when the cosmic owl actually uses words, his voice is soft, uncertain, slightly halting. He sounds like someone who is not used to speaking, like someone who has spent so long in silence that language feels foreign and difficult. There is no cosmic boom or authoritative pronouncement, just a quiet voice, trying to communicate, hoping to be understood. The cosmic owl's personality ultimately reveals that Adventure Time's universe is not divided into cosmic and mortal, powerful and weak, knowing and ignorant. Everyone exists on a spectrum of capability and vulnerability. Everyone struggles with connection. Everyone experiences loneliness and hope and the fear of rejection. The cosmic owl is extraordinary in his function, but ordinary in his emotional needs. He is a prophet who needs wingmen, an observer who wants to be observed, a witness who longs to be witnessed. And somehow, that makes every silent appearance in premonition dreams more meaningful. Because now we know, when the cosmic owl shows up in your dream, he is not just confirming prophecy. He's making a connection, however brief, however one-sided. He's saying, through his presence, that your future matters enough to witness, that you matter enough to visit. He's lonely and powerful and awkward and infinite, all at once, forever, hooting softly at parties and hoping someone understands. The New Frontier is the episode that transforms Adventure Time from a quirky cartoon about a boy and his dog into something cosmically significant. It is the moment when the show looks you in the eye and says, "We're going to talk about death now, and we're going to do it with a straight face, and also there will be banana guards floating in space." It is Season 3, Episode 19, and it is where everything we know about the cosmic owl begins. The episode opens with Jake waking up from a dream, and immediately something is different. Jake has weird dreams all the time. This is established character behaviour. Jake's brain is a playground of surrealist nonsense even by Adventure Time standards. But this dream has shaken him. He is quiet. He is contemplative. He is staring into the middle distance with an expression that suggests he just received information he cannot unprocess. Finn notices immediately because Finn and Jake know each other with the kind of intimacy that only comes from shared apocalypse survival and countless adventures. Finn asks what is wrong, and Jake deflects at first, tries to play it off as nothing, tries to maintain the usual easy banter, but he cannot quite manage it. The weight of the dream is too heavy. Eventually Jake admits it. He had a croak dream. He is going to die. The term croak dream is brilliant because it sounds silly and whimsical, very Adventure Time, but it is describing something deadly serious. A croak dream is a premonition of death. It is your subconscious, or the universe, or something cosmic giving you advance notice that your time is coming, and Jake knows this is not just anxiety or imagination because the cosmic owl was there. The cosmic owl confirmed it. This is prophecy, not paranoia. We get the flashback to Jake's dream, and it is one of the most visually striking sequences in the entire series. Jake is floating in a vast cosmic ocean, surrounded by infinite space rendered in deep purples and blues and pinks. Stars are everywhere, not as distant points of light but as tangible elements of the environment, close enough to touch. The colour palette is simultaneously beautiful and ominous, dreamlike in the truest sense, familiar enough to recognise as a dream, but strange enough to signal that this is not normal dreaming. Banana guards drift past Jake, slowly rotating in the void. They are not menacing or even particularly active. They just exist in the space, silent yellow figures against the cosmic backdrop. Their presence is surreal without being threatening. They look peaceful, almost serene, like they have accepted their place in this strange environment. At this point in the dream, Jake is not alarmed. He's just floating, observing, existing in the moment without resistance. Then the cosmic owl descends. The animation shifts noticeably when he appears. The colours become more saturated. The movement becomes more deliberate and weighted. There is a low resonant hum in the sound design that was not there before, a frequency that feels less like audio and more like the vibration of reality adjusting. The cosmic owl is massive, wings spread impossibly wide, feathers speckled with stars that pulse with their own light. His eyes are enormous, ancient, unblinking. He does not speak. He does not need to. His presence is the message. Jake's reaction is immediate and visceral. He knows instantly and without question that this dream just became a premonition. The cosmic owl's appearance is the cosmic seal of authenticity, the stamp that says this is not just your brain processing stress. This is the universe showing you tomorrow. And in this case, tomorrow involves Jake's death. The cosmic owl continues descending, slow and inevitable, until he is close enough that Jake can see the individual stars in his feathers, the depth of wisdom and witness in those massive eyes. Then the dream shifts again. Jake begins sinking into the cosmic ocean, the water or void or whatever it is rising up to claim him. The banana guards watch silently as Jake submerges, their expressions neutral, offering no help or judgment, and he's just witnessing, like the cosmic owl himself. Jake sinks deeper and deeper, the light fading, the pressure increasing until everything is dark and he is alone in the depths. This is the death moment in the dream, the drowning, the sinking, the final surrender to forces beyond control. And then Jake wakes up, gasping, back in his and Finn's shared home, alive but fundamentally changed by what he witnessed. The rest of the episode becomes Jake's meditation on mortality. He has received information that most beings never get, advance notice of his own death. And his response is fascinating because it is so completely in character for Jake, while also being surprisingly mature and philosophical. Jake does not panic. He does not try to fight the prophecy or find a way to escape it. He does not rage against the dying of the light or demand a cosmic refund on his fate. Instead, he accepts it. He processes it. He starts preparing emotionally and practically for his own end. This is Jake operating from a place of deep spiritual understanding. If death is coming, resisting it is pointless. Better to meet it with grace and dignity. Better to make sure you leave things in order. Better to say goodbye properly than to waste your remaining time fighting the inevitable. He tries to prepare Finn for life without him. He gives advice. He shares wisdom. He tries to make sure Finn will be okay when Jake is gone. And this is heartbreaking because we are watching a character prepare for death, genuinely believing he has limited time left, trying to pack a lifetime of final words into whatever hours or days remained. Finn is devastated. Finn does not want to accept this. Finn's entire approach to problems is to fight them, to find solutions, to overcome obstacles through determination and heroism. But you cannot fight a premonition dream. You cannot punch prophecy in the face. Finn is confronting his own powerlessness, the reality that some things cannot be fixed no matter how brave or strong you are. His best friend is going to die, and there is nothing Finn can do about it. The episode reaches its emotional peak when Jake decides to sail out to sea, to meet his death on his own terms. He builds a small boat, says goodbye to Finn, and sets out into the ocean alone. This is Jake choosing how he dies, not the fact of death, which has been decided by prophecy, but the manner of it. He is taking what control he can, of facing the cosmic ocean from his dream by sailing into a literal ocean, meeting fate halfway. Finn cannot let him go alone. Of course Finn cannot let him go alone. So Finn follows in his own boat, maintaining distance but staying close enough to be present. And this is beautiful. Finn respecting Jake's choice to face death alone while also refusing to let Jake be truly alone. It is the perfect balance of honouring autonomy and expressing love. Jake's boat reaches a point in the ocean where strange things start happening. The water becomes weird. The sky shifts. Reality gets thin. And then Jake falls asleep, and he returns to the cosmic ocean from his dream. The prophecy is activating. This is the moment. Jake is going to experience the death he witnessed, and he does. Jake has what the episode calls a croak dream. He dies in the dream, sinks into the cosmic ocean, experiences the full weight of mortality and ending and dissolution. The banana guards are there again, silent witnesses. The cosmic owl is there, observing, confirming that yes, this is the prophesied moment. Jake surrenders to it completely, lets himself sink, accepts the darkness. But then he wakes up. As Jake wakes up in his boat, alive, physically fine, but fundamentally changed. He did die. He croak dreamed. He experienced ego death. He went through the full psychological and spiritual process of ending. But his physical body survived. The prophecy was true, but not in the literal way Jake interpreted it. He died without dying. He experienced mortality without losing his life. This is the genius twist that recontextualizes everything. The Cosmic Owl's prophecy was completely accurate. Jake did die in exactly the way the dream showed, in the cosmic ocean, surrounded by banana guards, sinking into darkness while the Cosmic Owl watched. But death in this case was not physical termination. It was transformation, spiritual rebirth, the death of the old self to make room for the new. Jake emerges from the croak dream changed. He has confronted his mortality and survived. He has walked through the valley of death and come out the other side. He understands something about existence now that he did not understand before, that endings are real but not always final, that death can be metaphorical and still meaningful, that prophecy speaks in symbols that require interpretation. Finn is relieved and confused and probably a little annoyed that they went through all this emotional preparation for a death that was not a death. But Jake is at peace. He understands that the experience was necessary, that the premonition was not a mistake or a false alarm, but a genuine vision of a genuine transformation. The Cosmic Owl showed him a true future. Jake just did not have the cosmic perspective to understand what he was seeing. The New Frontier establishes several crucial things about how premonition dreams work in Adventure Time. First, they are absolutely real. The Cosmic Owl's presence guarantees accuracy. Second, they speak in symbolism and metaphor, requiring interpretation that mortals might get wrong. Third, they are not necessarily about avoiding fate, but about preparing for it, understanding it, meeting it with awareness rather than ignorance. Fourth, death itself is more complex than simple termination. There are deaths of the self, transformations that feel like endings but are actually transitions. The episode also establishes the Cosmic Owl's role as witness rather than judge. He does not cause Jake's croak dream. He does not force Jake to experience ego death. He simply confirms that this is what will happen, that this moment in Jake's timeline is significant enough to warrant prophetic attention. He is the cosmic notary, the observer who makes events official by acknowledging them. Thematically, The New Frontier is about acceptance. Jake's journey is not about fighting death, but about making peace with it. He does not look for loopholes or cosmic lawyers who can argue him out of the prophecy. He accepts the information, processes it emotionally, and tries to face it with dignity. This is a profoundly mature approach to mortality, especially for a cartoon character. Jake becomes a model for how to handle the inevitable, not with denial or rage, but with grace and preparation, and love for the people you will leave behind. The banana guards in the dream remain one of the most mysteriously compelling elements. They are never explained. They just exist in Jake's cosmic ocean, silent yellow witnesses to his transformation. Are they symbols of Jake's daily life, the mundane elements of existence rendered strange by cosmic perspective? Are they other souls who have gone through similar transformations? Are they just random dream logic, the kind of surreal nonsense that brains generate without deeper meaning? The show never tells us, and that ambiguity is part of the beauty. Some symbols do not need explanation. Some images work on a level deeper than rational interpretation. The episode ends quietly. Jake is alive. Finn is relieved. They return home. Life continues. But something has shifted. Jake has been to the edge of existence and returned. He has been witness to his own ending and survived to tell about it. He has met the Cosmic Owl in the space where prophecy becomes reality, and learned that reality is stranger and more merciful than he imagined. The New Frontier is the foundation of everything that comes after in the Cosmic Owl's lore. It establishes the rules, the aesthetics, the philosophical framework. It shows us that Adventure Time is willing to engage with genuinely difficult questions about mortality and fate and meaning. It proves that you can have banana guards floating in cosmic oceans and still tell a story with emotional and intellectual depth. And it introduces us to the Cosmic Owl not as a monster or a villain or even really as a character, but as a presence, ancient, knowing, silent and strangely kind. He shows Jake his death not to torture him but to prepare him. He witnesses Jake's transformation not to judge but to confirm its significance. He is there because Jake's story matters, because this moment of ego death and spiritual rebirth is important enough to deserve cosmic attention. The Cosmic Owl sees Jake, truly sees him, in a way that few beings ever experience being seen. And in that witnessing, in that prophetic confirmation that yes, your journey matters, yes, your transformation is real, yes, the universe itself is paying attention to your small mortal life, there is a strange comfort. Even if the prophecy is about death, even if the future is uncertain and the symbolism is unclear and the cosmic ocean is rising to claim you, at least someone is watching. At least the Cosmic Owl showed up. At least your story was important enough for prophecy. If the New Frontier establishes the Cosmic Owl as an ominous cosmic force, Hoots does something even more radical. It makes him pitiable, relatable, and surprisingly human. This is the episode where the prophet needs prophecy explained to him, where the witness becomes the witnessed, where the being who sees all futures cannot figure out his own present. Hoots is Season 5, Episode 38, and it flips the entire premonition dream formula on its head. The episode begins with Jake having another premonition dream, but this time he is not the subject. Instead, Jake dreams about the Cosmic Owl at a party. Not a cosmic party in some interdimensional space, but a relatively normal party with cosmic entities just hanging out like regular people who happen to be made of impossible concepts. And the Cosmic Owl is there, looking deeply uncomfortable, hovering near someone, clearly trying to work up the courage to talk to them. Jake watches this scene unfold with the detached curiosity of someone observing a dream, until the Cosmic Owl makes direct eye contact with him, and in that moment Jake understands this is not just a random dream about cosmic entities, this is a premonition dream, and the Cosmic Owl is asking for help. He's using the only communication method available to him, appearing in Jake's dream and hoping Jake understands the message. This is already a fascinating inversion. The Cosmic Owl, who normally appears to deliver prophetic information to others, is now using prophecy as a cry for help. He cannot ask directly because that would require vulnerability and communication that goes against his cosmic function. But he can appear in dreams. He can hope that someone cares enough to investigate. He can silently signal distress through the same mechanism he uses to signal fate. Jake wakes up confused and slightly annoyed. He has things to do. He does not particularly want to get involved in cosmic drama. But the dream keeps recurring, night after night, each time more insistent. The Cosmic Owl appears more frequently, more desperately, his cosmic face somehow managing to convey pleading despite the lack of explicit expression. It becomes clear that this is not going away until Jake does something about it. So Jake decides to investigate, which leads him to actually seek out the Cosmic Owl in the waking world. And this is where we get our first extended look at the Cosmic Owl outside the context of prophecy and dreams. He exists in physical space. He can be found. He's not just a dream entity. He's a real being who goes to real places and has real problems. Jake finds the Cosmic Owl at a cosmic party hosted in some interdimensional space that operates on dream logic and cosmic geometry. The party is full of entities we have seen before. Party God is there, obviously. Because Party God is at every party by definition. Prismo shows up, two-dimensional and chill. Various other cosmic beings mill around, socializing in the way that entities who exist outside normal reality socialize. And the Cosmic Owl is in the corner, alone, staring across the room at someone. Her name is never given in the episode, but she is another cosmic entity, beautiful in that abstract otherworldly way that cosmic beings have. She's talking to other people, laughing, completely at ease in the social environment, and the Cosmic Owl is watching her with an expression that is universally recognizable across all dimensions and states of being. Longing mixed with fear, desire mixed with certainty of rejection, hope mixed with the paralyzing inability to act. He has a crush. The cosmic owl, witness to infinite timelines and harbinger of prophetic truth, has developed feelings for someone and has absolutely no idea what to do about it. Jake approaches him, and the cosmic owl seems both relieved and mortified that Jake showed up. He wanted help, but also did not want anyone to see him like this. Vulnerable, uncertain, deeply uncool. There is a moment of awkward silence where neither of them quite knows how to start this conversation. Because how do you talk to an omniscient cosmic entity about having a crush? Eventually, Jake just goes for it. He asks the cosmic owl directly what is going on, and the cosmic owl, struggling visibly with the act of verbal communication, tries to explain. His voice is soft, halting, uncertain. He's not used to speaking. Most of his existence has been defined by silence and observation. Putting feelings into words is like learning a new language in real time while also experiencing the emotions for the first time. He likes someone. He wants to talk to them. He does not know how. Every time he tries to approach, he freezes. Every time he thinks about what to say, his mind goes blank. He can witness every possible future conversation, see all the ways it could go right or wrong, and the sheer volume of possibility paralyzes him. Knowing too much is somehow worse than knowing nothing. This is such a brilliant exploration of the curse of prophecy. The cosmic owl can see the future, which means he can see every possible outcome of talking to his crush. He can see the timeline where she likes him back. He can see the timeline where she rejects him gently. He can see the timeline where she laughs at him. He can see the timeline where they become partners and the timeline where they never speak again. And because he can see all of it simultaneously, he cannot choose any of it. He is paralyzed by perfect information. Jake, who cannot see the future, but who has plenty of experience with relationships and rejection and taking emotional risks, tries to help. He suggests the obvious thing: just go talk to her, just say hi, just be yourself. This is standard wingman advice, the kind of thing friends tell each other at parties across all dimensions of reality. But the cosmic owl cannot just be himself, because he is not sure who that self is outside his cosmic function. He is the witness, he is the prophet, he is the confirmer of premonition dreams. But who is he when he is not doing that? What personality exists underneath the role? He has spent eternity observing others and never really examining himself. Party God shows up at this point, loud and enthusiastic and absolutely convinced he can solve this problem through sheer chaotic energy. Party God's approach to helping is to physically push the cosmic owl toward his crush, to force interaction through momentum and lack of subtlety. This is a terrible strategy for someone as anxious and introverted as the cosmic owl, but Party God means well. He wants his friend to be happy. He wants the cosmic owl to experience connection. He just has no idea how to facilitate that gently. What follows is a series of increasingly awkward attempts at interaction. The cosmic owl tries to approach his crush and freezes. He tries to speak and his voice catches. He tries to make eye contact and his enormous prophetic eyes that can witness the birth and death of universes cannot hold the gaze of one person he likes. It is painful to watch in the way that all genuine social anxiety is painful to watch. You want to help, you want it to work out, but you also recognize that this is something the person has to navigate themselves. Jake tries different tactics. He suggests conversation starters. He creates situations where the cosmic owl and his crush end up near each other. He tries to boost the cosmic owl's confidence with reassurance and compliments. And the cosmic owl tries, genuinely tries, but every attempt stumbles. He is fighting against his own nature, trying to be present and engaged when his entire existence has been built around distance and observation. At one point, the cosmic owl manages to get a few words out. He says something to his crush. We do not hear exactly what, and she responds politely but without obvious romantic interest. It is not a rejection, but it is not encouragement either. It is the neutral friendliness of someone talking to an acquaintance at a party. And the cosmic owl interprets this as devastating failure. Jake tries to convince him that it was not that bad, that neutral is better than negative, that relationships take time to develop. But the cosmic owl has already retreated into his cosmic shell, already convinced that he is fundamentally unlovable. already spiraling into the particular self-loathing that comes from trying something difficult and feeling like you failed. Here is where the episode gets really interesting philosophically. Jake asks the Cosmic Owl a direct question. Can't you see if this works out? Can't you look at the future and know whether she likes you back? And the Cosmic Owl's response, delivered quietly and with obvious pain, is that yes, he can see the future. He knows exactly how this ends, but knowing does not make it easier. Yeah, knowing does not eliminate the need to live through the moments. Knowing does not remove the emotional weight of the present. This is the core tragedy of the Cosmic Owl's character. He is cursed with knowledge that should make life easier, but actually makes it harder. He knows which choices lead to which outcomes, but he still has to make the choices. He knows whether his crush will reciprocate, but he still has to experience the vulnerability of asking. He knows his own future, but that future still requires him to live through the present moments that create it. Prophecy does not exempt you from participation. It just makes you painfully aware of what you are participating in. The episode reaches its emotional climax when the Cosmic Owl finally admits why he asked Jake for help. It is not because Jake has special knowledge or cosmic powers. It is because Jake is mortal. Jake does not know the future. Jake makes decisions based on incomplete information, takes risks without certainty, loves people without knowing if they will love him back. And the Cosmic Owl envies that. He envies the freedom of not knowing, the courage required to act without prophecy, the ability to hope without witnessing all possible outcomes simultaneously. Jake is stunned by this admission. The idea that a cosmic entity would envy mortal limitations is profound and sad. But the Cosmic Owl means it. He would trade some of his cosmic knowledge for the ability to not know, to just live in the moment, to experience surprise and uncertainty like mortals do. This reframes the entire concept of premonition dreams. When the Cosmic Owl appears in someone's dream to confirm prophecy, he is not just delivering information, he is witnessing someone who gets to live without perfect knowledge, someone who faces their future with uncertainty and courage, and maybe, in some small way, he envies them. The episode does not give us a clean resolution to the Cosmic Owl's romantic situation. We do not see whether his crush ever reciprocates. We do not get a montage of them falling in love or a scene of explicit rejection. The show leaves it ambiguous, which feels right. The point was never whether the Cosmic Owl gets what he wants. The point is that he wants it all, that he is capable of vulnerability and longing despite being a cosmic entity. Jake's final advice to the Cosmic Owl is simple. Keep trying, keep showing up, keep being present. Even if you know the outcome, live through the process anyway, because the meaning is in the living, not the knowing. The Cosmic Owl hoots softly, which in this context reads as agreement or acknowledgement or maybe just gratitude that someone cared enough to help. And then he drifts away, back to whatever cosmic space he occupies when not attending parties or appearing in premonition dreams. Hoots transforms the Cosmic Owl from a plot device into a character. It shows us that cosmic entities are not free from suffering or loneliness or the fundamental difficulties of connection. It proves that power and knowledge do not solve emotional problems. It reveals that even beings who can witness infinity still struggle with the finite moment of talking to someone they like, and it makes every subsequent appearance of the Cosmic Owl in premonition dreams more poignant, because now we know, when he shows up in your dream to confirm prophecy, he is not just doing his cosmic job. He is connecting with you in the only way he knows how, using silence and presence because words are too difficult, offering witness because he understands what it means to be seen. The Cosmic Owl is lonely and powerful and awkward and omniscient. He knows everything except how to tell someone he likes them. He can witness the birth and death of universes but cannot start a conversation at a party. He is, in the end, just trying his best, like everyone else, mortal or cosmic, knowing the future or stumbling through the present. And sometimes his best is a soft hoot and enormous eyes that silently ask, "Can you see me the way I see you?" Let's catalogue every significant appearance of the Cosmic Owl throughout Adventure Time's run, because each one adds another layer to the mythology, another data point in understanding how prophecy operates in the land of Oo, and another reminder that the universe is watching through unblinking star-speckled eyes. But before we dive into the comprehensive list, we need to establish categories. The Cosmic Owl appears in Adventure Time in 3 distinct ways: major prophetic appearances where he is central to the plot, minor appearances where he confirms or witnesses significant events, and background cameos that suggest a larger cosmic infrastructure we only glimpse. Each category tells us something different about his function and the scope of his influence, starting with the major appearances, the ones we have already examined in depth. The New Frontier from Season 3 is the foundational text, the episode that introduces the cosmic owl and establishes the basic mechanics of premonition dreams. Jake's croak dream becomes the template for understanding how prophecy works, symbolic imagery, the cosmic owl's confirming presence, the transformation of regular dreams into cosmic revelation. This episode tells us that death is more complex than termination, that prophecy speaks in metaphor, and that the cosmic owl witnesses transformation significant enough to warrant cosmic attention. The consequences here are primarily personal and psychological. Jake confronts mortality and emerges changed, having experienced ego death without physical dying. Hoots from Season 5 inverts the formula entirely by making the cosmic owl the subject of prophecy, rather than its deliverer. Jake dreams about the cosmic owl's romantic struggles, which reveals that cosmic entities can be subjects of premonition dreams just like mortals. This has massive implications for the mechanics of fate. If even the prophet can be prophesied about, then prophecy must operate on a level above individual cosmic entities, suggesting either a metacosmic structure or some kind of self-referential timeline logic where the cosmic owl witnesses his own future while simultaneously existing within it. The consequences here are emotional and relational. The cosmic owl's vulnerability becomes known, his friendship with Jake deepens, and we learn that cosmic beings need help navigating their own lives just like everyone else. But there are other appearances, smaller moments that add texture to the cosmic owl's presence in the Adventure Time universe. In The Lich from Season 4, during the sequence where Finn and Jake travel through the multiverse via Prismo's wish magic, we get brief glimpses of cosmic infrastructure. The cosmic owl appears in the background of the time room, not as an active participant, but as someone who exists in that space, who has access to Prismo's domain, who is part of the cosmic bureaucracy that manages reality. This is not a premonition dream. This is the cosmic owl in his home environment, and existing alongside other cosmic entities. The consequence here is world building. We learn that there is a cosmic social structure, that these entities interact regularly, that the time room is a hub for beings who operate outside normal causality. In Wake Up, an escape from the Citadel from Season 6, during Finn's encounter with his father and the subsequent chaos involving the Lich and Prismo's death, the cosmic order is disrupted significantly. While the cosmic owl does not appear directly in these episodes, the consequences of cosmic death and timeline manipulation create ripples that would theoretically fall under his observation. Prismo dies, temporarily, which raises questions about whether the cosmic owl saw this coming, whether he witnessed his friend's death in advance, whether he tried to prevent it or simply accepted it as part of the pattern. The absence of the cosmic owl in moments of cosmic catastrophe is itself significant. It suggests his role is observation, not intervention. He does not stop bad things from happening. He just confirms that they will happen or have happened. Gold Stars from Season 6 gives us crucial backstory about the Lich and the Cosmic Order, showing the moment when the Lich was created during the Mushroom War. This raises an interesting question. Was the Cosmic Owl present for the apocalypse? Did he witness the moment when nuclear weapons remade the world into the land of Oo? Did anyone have premonition dreams about the end of civilization? The show never explicitly tells us, but the implication is that cosmic entities existed before, during and after the Mushroom War, observing humanity's self-destruction with the same detached witness they apply to all events. The consequence is philosophical. If the cosmic owl saw the apocalypse coming and did nothing to stop it, what does that mean about the nature of prophecy and intervention? In Crossover from Season 7, Prismo returns from death through a complicated time loop mechanism that involves his past self and alternate timelines. This is peak cosmic weirdness, the kind of self-referential causality that makes linear time look quaint. The cosmic owl appears briefly during cosmic scenes, confirming that he is aware of these timeline shenanigans, that he witnesses alternate realities and time loops with the same calm observation he applies to everything else. The consequence is that we learn the cosmic owl's sight is not limited to one timeline. He can perceive and confirm prophecies across multiple branches of reality simultaneously. This makes him functionally omniscient in a way that is more terrifying than simple future sight. He's not just watching your tomorrow, he's watching all your tomorrows in every possible universe. The comet from Season 6 finale deserves special mention because it deals directly with cosmic cycles, reincarnation, and the nature of destiny on a universal scale. Finn confronts his past lives and the cosmic entity known as the Catalyst Comet, learning that he is part of a cycle that repeats across eons. The cosmic owl does not appear in this episode, but his absence is conspicuous. This is exactly the kind of cosmically significant moment that should warrant his presence. Either he was there but not shown, or his function does not extend to cosmic cycles on this scale. Perhaps there are forms of fate too large even for the cosmic owl to witness, destinies that operate above the level of individual prophecy. In Abstract from Season 8, Jake has another encounter with cosmic weirdness, involving shape-shifting aliens and existential questions about identity. While not explicitly a premonition dream, the episode plays with dream logic and perception in ways that recall the cosmic owl's aesthetic. The consequence is tonal. The show continues to explore the boundary between dream and reality, between observation and participation, themes that the cosmic owl embodies. Even when he is not present, his influence on the show's approach to cosmic mystery persists. Come Along With Me, the series finale spanning parts of Season 10, brings everything full circle. The final battle against Golb involves every major character and cosmic entity, a convergence of storylines and fates that represents the culmination of multiple prophecies and timelines. The cosmic owl appears in crowd scenes during cosmic gatherings, witnessing the final confrontation but not participating directly. This is consistent with his established character. He observes endings, but he does not fight them or cause them. The consequence is closure of a sort. The cosmic owl was there for the beginning of Adventure Time's cosmic mythology, and he is there for the end, watching as always, confirming through his presence that these events matter on a cosmic scale. Throughout the series there are also minor background appearances. The cosmic owl shows up in cosmic party scenes, in brief shots of the time room, in moments where multiple cosmic entities gather. These appearances do not drive plot, but they maintain continuity. The cosmic owl is part of the world, not just a special episode guest. He exists continuously, presumably witnessing infinite premonition dreams across countless timelines, occasionally surfacing in the narrative when a particular prophecy needs explicit confirmation. So what are the cumulative consequences of the cosmic owl's presence throughout Adventure Time? What does his existence mean for the world and characters? First, it establishes that fate is real in this universe, not as an abstract philosophical concept, but as an observable phenomenon. Prophecy works. Premonition dreams come true. The future can be witnessed before it happens. This creates a universe where determinism and free will exist in complicated tension. You can see what will happen, but seeing it does not necessarily let you change it, and attempting to change it might be part of what makes it happen. Second, it creates a hierarchy of knowledge. Characters who have met the cosmic owl or experienced premonition dreams have information that other characters lack. Jake knows that prophecy is real because he has experienced it directly. Finn has witnessed Jake's croak dream and its fulfillment, which gives him indirect knowledge. Other characters operate without this cosmic awareness, making decisions based on incomplete information. This stratification of knowledge affects how different characters approach problems. Jake is more accepting of fate. Finn is more willing to fight uncertainty, and characters who have never encountered the cosmic owl might not believe prophecy exists at all. Third, it means someone is always watching. The cosmic owl's existence implies that significant moments in the timeline are being observed and recorded. Your transformation matters enough that a cosmic entity witnessed it. Your future is important enough to appear in prophetic dreams. This is simultaneously comforting and horrifying. You're not alone, but you're also never truly alone. Privacy does not exist at the cosmic level. Your most intimate moments of change and growth are being watched by enormous star-speckled eyes that never blink. Fourth, it establishes that cosmic entities are not all powerful arbiters, but more like cosmic civil servants. The cosmic owl has a job, witnessing and confirming prophecy. He does that job reliably, but he does not control fate. He does not decide who gets premonition dreams. He does not choose which futures manifest. He just observes and confirms. This makes the universe feel more structured and less arbitrary. There are rules, processes, systems. The cosmos operates like a very strange bureaucracy where prophecy is a department and the cosmic owl is its most reliable employee. Fifth, it means mortality and transformation are cosmically significant. The cosmic owl does not show up for trivial events. He appears when something important is happening. Death, ego transformation, significant life changes, moments where a person becomes fundamentally different from who they were. His presence is the universe's way of saying this matters. When you're going through the hardest, most transformative moments of your life, you're not just experiencing random suffering. You're participating in events significant enough to deserve cosmic witness. And finally, the cosmic owl's appearances across the series create a sense of continuity and cosmic memory. He was there for Jake's croak dream in Season 3. He was there for his own romantic crisis in Season 5. He was there in the background during cosmic catastrophes and timeline shenanigans throughout the later seasons. He was there for the finale. He is always there, in some form, witnessing. This creates the sense that Adventure Time's universe has coherent cosmic infrastructure, that events are being tracked and observed, that there is a larger pattern even when individual episodes feel random or disconnected. The consequence of the cosmic owl existing is that the land of O operates under cosmic observation. Prophecy is real, fate is real, transformation matters, death is witnessed. And somewhere, in the spaces between dreams and reality, an enormous owl made of starlight is watching, confirming, witnessing, hooting softly to himself as another timeline unfolds exactly as he saw it would, exactly as it always does, exactly as it always will. Every time the cosmic owl appears, the stakes rise, because his presence means this is real, this is confirmed, this is prophecy rather than possibility. And you cannot argue with prophecy. You can only live through it and hope you understand the symbols before the future arrives. The cosmic owl is not just a character in Adventure Time. He is a walking philosophical problem, a living embodiment of the oldest question humanity has ever asked. If the future is already written, do our choices actually matter? This is not an abstract academic question in the land of Oo. This is urgent, practical, existential. Because in Adventure Time, prophecy demonstrably works. The cosmic owl appears in dreams and those dreams come true. Jake experiences a premonition of death and then experiences that death, even if not in the literal way he expected. The future can be witnessed before it happens, which means the future exists in some form before the present catches up to it, which means what exactly? Let's start with the hard determinism interpretation, the bleakest possible reading of the cosmic owl's existence. If the cosmic owl can witness the future, then the future must already exist in some fixed form. It is not a probability cloud or a range of possibilities. It is a definite timeline that can be observed and confirmed. The cosmic owl is not guessing or predicting based on current conditions. He is literally watching tomorrow like you might watch a recording of yesterday. This implies that every choice you will ever make has already been made, every word you will speak has already been spoken, every moment of your life has already unfolded in the cosmic record that the cosmic owl reads. Under this interpretation, free will is an illusion. You feel like you're making choices, but you're actually just following a predetermined script. The cosmic owl knows what you will choose before you choose it because your choice was always going to be what it is. You could not have chosen differently because choosing differently would contradict the timeline the cosmic owl has already witnessed, and the timeline cannot be contradicted because it is the actual shape of reality. This is philosophically terrifying. It means that every mistake you will make is already locked in, every regret, every failure, every moment of pain, already witnessed, already confirmed, already unavoidable. The cosmic owl saw you make that terrible decision, he saw you hurt the people you love, he saw you fail to live up to your potential, and he confirmed through his presence that yes, that is your actual future, the one you cannot escape. But wait, let's examine Jake's croak dream more carefully, because it suggests a more nuanced model. Jake sees his death in the premonition dream. He interprets it as literal physical death. He prepares to die. He says goodbye, he sails out to meet his fate, and then the prophecy comes true, but not the way Jake interpreted it. He dies spiritually and psychologically rather than physically. The prophecy was accurate, but Jake's understanding of the prophecy was wrong. This is crucial. It means the cosmic owl shows you the truth, but understanding that truth is your responsibility. The prophecy is fixed, but your interpretation is not. And because your interpretation affects how you respond, and your response affects how the prophecy manifests in your subjective experience, there is a kind of freedom within fate. You cannot change what happens, but you can change what it means. If Jake had understood from the beginning that his death was metaphorical, would he have prepared differently? Would he have skipped the emotional goodbyes and practical arrangements? Probably. And that different preparation would have led to a different subjective experience of the same objective event. The croak dream would still happen, the prophecy guarantees that, but Jake's journey toward it would have been different. So maybe the model is this: the destination is fixed, but the path is flexible. The core truth of the prophecy will happen, but the context, the interpretation, the emotional experience, all of that has variability. You will arrive at the predicted future, but how you arrive is up to you. This is a softer determinism, one that preserves a limited form of agency. You cannot change the big structural elements of your timeline: the births, deaths, transformations, major events. Those are cosmically significant enough that the cosmic owl confirms them. But the small choices, the daily decisions, the subjective experience of moving through fate, those are yours. You're not writing the story, but you are performing it, and your performance matters even if the script is fixed. But there is another possibility, one that is even stranger and more compatible with quantum mechanics and multiverse theory. What if the cosmic owl does not see one fixed timeline, but all possible timelines simultaneously? What if his appearance in your dream does not lock in a single future, but confirms which branch of the probability tree you are currently on? Under this interpretation, multiple futures exist as real possibilities until observed, and the cosmic owl's role is to collapse the wave function, to confirm which potential future is actualizing. This would mean free will and determinism are both real. You have genuine choices, and those choices create branches in the timeline. But once a choice is made, once a particular future begins manifesting, the cosmic owl can observe and confirm it. His prophecy is not forcing the future to happen. It is witnessing which future is happening. Think about it this way. Before the cosmic owl appears in your dream, multiple timelines exist in superposition. There is a timeline where you die. There is a timeline where you live. There is a timeline where you transform. There is a timeline where you stay the same. All of these are real possibilities, quantum probabilities existing simultaneously. Then the cosmic owl appears, and his appearance confirms which timeline is actualizing. The prophecy does not create the future. It identifies which future you are moving toward based on the choices you have already made and the cosmic momentum you have already generated. This model preserves free will because your choices are what determine which timeline you end up on. But it also validates prophecy because once the cosmic owl confirms a timeline, that is the one you are in. You're not locked into a future until it is observed and confirmed, but once confirmed, that future is as real as the past. This is deeply weird but philosophically satisfying. It means your choices matter enormously because they determine which branch of reality you inhabit. But it also means prophecy is real because the cosmic owl can see which branch you're on and confirm its endpoint. Free will and fate coexist because they operate at different levels of causality. Adventure Time never explicitly commits to any of these models, which is part of the show's genius. It gives us enough information to construct multiple interpretations, but never forces a single answer. The cosmic owl remains ambiguous, his function clear, but his metaphysical implications open to debate. But let's talk about what Jake's response to prophecy teaches us, because this might be more important than the abstract philosophy. Jake does not try to fight his croak dream. He does not look for loopholes or attempt to outsmart fate. He accepts the information, processes it emotionally, and prepares to face it with dignity. This is a fundamentally Buddhist approach to fate. Acknowledge what is coming, do not resist unnecessarily, meet the inevitable with grace and awareness rather than denial and panic. Compare this to how Finn would likely respond. Finn's entire character is built around heroic action, fighting impossible odds, refusing to accept limitations. If Finn received a premonition of his own death, he would absolutely try to fight it. He would look for ways to change fate, to punch prophecy in the face, to prove that determination and courage can overcome cosmic predetermination. And the show would probably let him try, because that struggle is meaningful even if it is ultimately futile. The difference between Jake and Finn's approaches represents two valid philosophical positions. Jake's acceptance says, fate is real, fighting it wastes energy, better to understand and prepare. Finn's resistance says, even if fate is real, the fight matters. The refusal to surrender defines who you are. Meaning comes from struggle, not from outcome. Neither is wrong. Both are responses to the existential terror of prophecy. And Adventure Time validates both, showing us that how you face fate is as important as what fate contains. There is also the question of whether knowing the future changes it. The classic time travel paradox. If you see the future and act to prevent it, was that action part of the future you saw, or did you create a new timeline? The Cosmic Owl's existence suggests a stable time loop model. If he shows you the future, that future includes him showing you the future. Your response to the prophecy is part of the prophecy. You cannot step outside the timeline to change it because you are always already inside it. This is evident in Hoots, where Jake's intervention in the Cosmic Owl's romantic life is itself part of the prophecy. Jake dreams about the Cosmic Owl needing help. Jake helps, and presumably the Cosmic Owl's ability to see the future meant he already knew Jake would help. The prophecy did not just show the outcome, it showed the entire causal chain, including Jake's participation. Time is a closed loop. Prophecy is self-fulfilling not because it forces events, but because it accurately describes events that include its own revelation. Let's get existentialist for a moment. Jean-Paul Sartre argued that we are condemned to be free, that humans are cursed with the burden of choice, that we cannot escape responsibility for our decisions even when we want to. The Cosmic Owl inverts this. In the land of Ooh, you might be condemned to be determined, cursed with the knowledge that your future is already witnessed, unable to escape the timeline even when you desperately want to believe you have options. But here is the weird comfort in that. If your future is already real enough to be witnessed, then you survive to that future. Every premonition dream you have is evidence that you continue existing long enough to experience it. The Cosmic Owl showing you tomorrow is proof that you have a tomorrow. For someone struggling with mortality or uncertainty, that is oddly reassuring. Yes, the future is fixed, but that means it is guaranteed. You will make it to tomorrow because tomorrow has already been observed, unless the premonition is about your death, in which case the comfort evaporates pretty quickly. The Cosmic Owl also raises questions about cosmic justice and randomness. If prophecy is real, if fates are predetermined, then suffering is not random. It is part of a pattern. But is that pattern meaningful or arbitrary? Is there a cosmic plan that justifies the pain? Or is the pattern just structure without purpose, order without justice? Adventure Time seems to suggest the latter. The Cosmic Owl witnesses what happens, but there is no indication that what happens is morally justified or part of some grand benevolent design. Bad things happen. The Cosmic Owl confirms they will happen. That is not justice. That is just causality. The universe is structured, but structure is not the same as meaning. You can have cosmic order without cosmic purpose. This is simultaneously bleak and liberating. Bleak because it means suffering is not redemptive or meaningful on a cosmic scale. It is just part of the pattern. But liberating because it means you do not owe the universe justification for your choices. The pattern exists regardless of whether you think it is fair. You might as well do what feels right to you, since the cosmic order is not judging your moral worth, just recording your actions. And then there is the question of whether the Cosmic Owl himself has free will. He witnesses the future, including his own future. He knows what he will do before he does it. He saw himself attending that party, saw himself struggling with social anxiety, saw himself asking Jake for help through prophetic dreams. If he can see his own timeline, can he change it? Or is he bound by the same determinism he witnesses in others? Hoots suggests that even the Cosmic Owl is trapped by prophecy. He knows whether his romantic interest will reciprocate, but he still has to live through the moments of vulnerability and uncertainty. Knowledge does not exempt him from participation. He is both witness and participant, observer and observed, prophet and subject of prophecy. This creates a kind of cosmic democracy of fate. Everyone is bound by the same rules, from mortals like Jake to cosmic entities like the cosmic owl. Prophecy applies universally. No one gets to step outside the timeline, not even the being whose job is to witness timelines. So what does the cosmic owl teach us about free will? The answer is complicated and unsatisfying and probably true. Free will and determinism are not opposites but different ways of describing the same phenomenon. From inside the timeline you experience choice. You decide what to do, you feel agency, your decisions feel meaningful. From outside the timeline, from the cosmic owl's perspective, your choices have already been made and can be observed as completed facts. Both perspectives are valid, both are true simultaneously. You have free will from your point of view, you are determined from the cosmic point of view, and the cosmic owl exists at the intersection, witnessing the completed pattern while individual nodes within the pattern experience themselves as choosing freely. The real lesson might be this: whether or not you have free will, you have to act like you do. Jake still has to decide how to face his croak dream, even though the dream is prophetic. The cosmic owl still has to try talking to his crush, even though he knows the outcome. Finn still has to save the day, even if saving the day was always what he was going to do. Prophecy does not eliminate the need for courage, love, effort, or meaning. It just means those things are part of the pattern rather than exceptions to it. And maybe that is enough. Maybe knowing that your struggle is witnessed by cosmic entities, that your transformation matters enough to appear in prophetic dreams, that your story is part of a larger pattern. Maybe that gives meaning even if it does not give freedom. The cosmic owl sees you. Your future is real enough to witness. Your choices are significant enough to record. You're part of the cosmic pattern, and that pattern includes you trying to figure out whether you have free will. The cosmic owl already knows whether you will conclude that you do. But you still have to think through the question yourself, still have to arrive at your own answer, still have to live as if your choices matter, even if the outcome is already written in starlight and prophecy, and the unblinking eyes of an enormous owl who has been watching since before you were born and will watch long after you're gone. That is the philosophy of the cosmic owl. Fate is real, and you still have to try. The future is fixed, and your journey toward it still matters. Prophecy is absolute, and your interpretation is still yours to make. Free will might be an illusion, but it is an illusion you cannot afford to stop believing in, because the alternative is paralysis. And paralysis is not living, even if living is just following the predetermined script that the cosmic owl confirmed millennia ago in a dream you have not had yet. We have reached the end of this cosmic journey, and now we need to talk about why any of this matters. Why does a character with relatively limited screen time, who rarely speaks, who exists primarily as a prophetic plot device, resonate so deeply with Adventure Time's audience? Why does the cosmic owl endure in fan consciousness long after episodes air? Why does this strange space bird continue to haunt our dreams and memes and philosophical conversations about cartoons? The answer is complicated, layered, and ultimately reveals something profound about Adventure Time's genius and about what we need from stories in an uncertain world. Let's start with the obvious. The cosmic owl is cool. Aesthetically, he is striking. Massive wings speckled with stars, enormous unblinking eyes, silent flight through impossible space. He looks like the kind of cosmic entity that should exist but rarely does in fiction. Most prophecy characters are either wizened old humans giving cryptic warnings or abstract cosmic horrors too alien to comprehend. The cosmic owl threads the needle perfectly, alien enough to be genuinely otherworldly, familiar enough to be emotionally resonant. He is friend-shaped cosmic horror, approachable existentialism, a being you could theoretically hug if only he were not currently containing the weight of infinite tomorrows. The design alone would be enough to make him memorable, but Adventure Time does not stop at aesthetics. The show gives the cosmic owl genuine character depth, emotional vulnerability, philosophical weight. He is not just a cool-looking prophecy machine. He is a person, or at least a person-adjacent cosmic entity, with feelings and insecurities and romantic problems and friendships that matter to him. This is where Adventure Time's approach to mythology becomes genuinely revolutionary. Most fantasy and sci-fi stories treat cosmic entities as either villains to defeat or mysteries to solve. They're obstacles or puzzles, rarely characters with interiority. But Adventure Time consistently humanizes the cosmic without diminishing it. The cosmic owl can be infinitely powerful and witness all possible timelines, and also be awkward at parties. These things do not contradict, they coexist, creating a character who is both impossibly grand and intimately relatable. The fan response to the cosmic owl has been remarkable. Fan art depicts him in countless scenarios, sometimes serious and ominous, sometimes cute and friendly, sometimes placed in absurd situations that play with the contrast between his cosmic significance and mundane contexts. There are comics exploring his relationship with Prismo. There are theories about his origins and powers. There are memes turning his silent observation into commentary on modern life. The cosmic owl is watching became shorthand in Adventure Time fan communities for acknowledging when something significant is happening, when fate is clearly at work, when the universe is paying attention. This cultural impact extends beyond just Adventure Time fandom. The cosmic owl has been referenced in discussions about other shows, used as a comparison point when analysing prophecy and fiction, cited in YouTube video essays about how to write compelling cosmic entities. He has become an archetype, a template that other creators reference when trying to balance cosmic power with emotional depth. Why? What makes this particular character so resonant? Part of it is timing. Adventure Time aired during a period when millennials and older Gen Z viewers were grappling with uncertainty on multiple levels. Economic instability, climate anxiety, political chaos, the general sense that the future is both predetermined by forces beyond individual control and completely unpredictable. The cosmic owl speaks directly to that anxiety. He represents the terror and comfort of fate, the idea that maybe the future is already written and we are just discovering it, the question of whether our choices matter when external forces seem so overwhelming. Jake's response to prophecy, acceptance without resignation, preparation without panic, facing the inevitable with grace, became a model for how to handle existential dread. You cannot control the future, but you can control how you meet it. You cannot stop fate, but you can choose your attitude toward it. This is not toxic positivity or dismissing real problems. It is acknowledging that some things are beyond your control while still maintaining agency over your response. The cosmic owl also represents something we desperately need: cosmic witness. In an era of isolation, atomization, and the feeling that individual lives do not matter on the scale of global systems, the idea that someone is watching, that your transformation is significant enough to deserve cosmic attention, that your story matters to the universe, this is profoundly comforting. You're not alone, your struggles are witnessed. When you go through the hardest moments of your life, transforming and suffering and growing, a cosmic entity is present, confirming that yes, this matters, yes, this is real, yes, you are part of something larger. This might be the most important thing the cosmic owl offers: validation. Your life is cosmically significant. Your choices, even if predetermined, are worth witnessing. The universe sent a prophet to confirm your future, which means your future is real and important enough to confirm. In a world that constantly tells us we are insignificant, that individual actions do not matter, that we are powerless against massive systemic forces, the cosmic owl says otherwise. You matter enough for prophecy. Your story deserves cosmic attention. But the cosmic owl also represents uncertainty and ambiguity, which is equally important. He never explains, he never clarifies. He shows you symbols and expects you to interpret them, and your interpretation might be wrong, and that is part of the process. This is Adventure Time refusing to provide easy answers, acknowledging that life is ambiguous, that understanding comes gradually and incompletely, that you will misinterpret important information and still have to live with the consequences. The show could have made the cosmic owl a clear guide, a mentor figure who explains prophecy and helps characters understand their fates. Instead, he remains mysterious, silent, operating according to rules he never articulates. This is frustrating and realistic. The universe does not explain itself. Cosmic forces do not clarify their intentions. You get fragmentary information and have to do your best with it. And yet, despite the ambiguity, there is structure. The cosmic owl's presence confirms that the universe has order. that prophecy works according to consistent rules even if we do not fully understand those rules. This is comforting in its own way. Chaos is not absolute. Patterns exist. There is cosmic infrastructure even if we only glimpse it occasionally. The universe is not random noise. It is complex and difficult to interpret, but it is not meaningless. The relationship between the cosmic owl and other cosmic entities also models something important. Even powerful beings need community. Prismo needs friends. Party God needs connection. The cosmic owl needs help with his romantic life. Power and knowledge do not eliminate emotional needs. You can be cosmically significant and still lonely. You can witness all possible futures and still need someone to talk to about your problems. This is a gentle rebuttal to toxic independence, the cultural myth that strength means not needing others. Adventure Time consistently shows that everyone needs community, from mortal heroes like Finn and Jake to cosmic entities like the cosmic owl. Interdependence is not weakness. It is the fundamental structure of existence. We are all connected, all affecting each other, all part of networks of care and witness and mutual support. The cosmic owl's awkwardness and vulnerability in hoots is particularly important for this message. Here is a being with godlike knowledge who still does not know how to talk to someone he likes. Here is cosmic power utterly helpless before the challenge of social connection. And rather than this diminishing the cosmic owl, it makes him more sympathetic, more real, more worthy of care and support. His vulnerability is what makes him a character rather than just a force of nature. This reflects Adventure Time's broader project of emotional intelligence and radical empathy. The show takes seriously the idea that everyone is struggling with something, that power does not eliminate suffering, that we should extend compassion even to beings who seem beyond the need for it. The cosmic owl is not too important or too powerful to need help. Neither are you. Neither is anyone. Let's talk about what the cosmic owl means for Adventure Time's legacy as a whole. The show is remembered for many things: its surreal humour, its emotional depth, its willingness to tackle difficult themes, its beautiful animation and music. But underneath all of that is a consistent philosophical project, exploring what it means to live with meaning in an absurd, often cruel, fundamentally uncertain universe. The cosmic owl is central to this project. He represents the biggest philosophical questions: fate versus free will, the meaning of mortality, the possibility of knowledge, the structure of time and causality. But he also represents the emotional reality of living with those questions. It is not enough to intellectually understand that fate might be real. You have to feel what that means, experience the weight of prophecy, navigate the terror and comfort of cosmic witness. Adventure Time never resolves these questions definitively because they are not resolvable. What it does instead is show us different characters responding to the same cosmic realities in different ways. Jake's acceptance, Finn's resistance, the cosmic owl's lonely observation. All of these responses are valid. All of them are ways of coping with existence in a universe that is both structured and incomprehensible. The show's ultimate message, embodied by the cosmic owl, might be this: the universe is vast and strange and you will never fully understand it, but you are part of it. Your story matters, your struggles are witnessed, and connection is possible even across impossible distances and power differentials. A mortal dog can be friends with an interdimensional prophet. A boy can face fate with courage even when he cannot change it. Cosmic entities can need help from mortals. Everyone is trying their best with incomplete information and emotional vulnerability. This is why the cosmic owl matters. He is not just a cool character or an interesting plot device. He is a symbol of everything Adventure Time wants to say about existence, that it is terrifying and beautiful, structured and chaotic, deterministic and meaningful, lonely and full of potential connection. He is the universe watching you with star-filled eyes, confirming that your transformation matters, witnessing your story as part of the infinite pattern. And he does this while also being a slightly awkward space bird who does not know how to start conversations at parties, which is perhaps the most Adventure Time thing possible. In the years since Adventure Time ended, the cosmic owl has not faded from cultural memory. New fans discovering the show encounter him and immediately understand his significance. Artists continue drawing him, writers continue referencing him, philosophers continue using him as an example in discussions about prophecy and fate. He has achieved something rare for a character with limited screen time, genuine iconic status, recognition that transcends his original context. This is because he taps into something universal and timeless. Every human culture has grappled with prophecy and fate. Every person has wondered whether the future is fixed or flexible, whether their choices matter, whether someone is watching their life unfold. The cosmic owl gives form to these ancient questions, makes them tangible and emotionally resonant, allows us to engage with them through story rather than just abstract philosophy. He also gives us permission to hold contradictions. You can believe in fate and still try to change things. You can know the outcome and still value the journey. You can be cosmically insignificant and personally meaningful. You can be powerful and vulnerable. You can be a witness and a participant. The cosmic owl contains all these contradictions without resolving them, which is how actual existence works. We're always holding multiple truths simultaneously, navigating tensions that do not have clean solutions. So what would you do if the cosmic owl appeared in your dream tonight? Would you panic, knowing that whatever you are seeing is a true prophecy? Would you try to decipher the symbols, searching for meaning in the surreal imagery? Would you accept it like Jake, preparing to face whatever is coming with grace and awareness? Would you fight it like Finn would, refusing to surrender to predetermined outcomes? Or would you just appreciate the moment, being seen by a cosmic entity, knowing that your future matters enough to witness? There is no right answer. The cosmic owl does not judge your response. He just watches, with those enormous eyes that contain more timelines than you can imagine, confirming that yes, this is prophecy, yes, this is real, yes, the universe is paying attention to you, and maybe that is enough. Maybe being witnessed is enough. Maybe knowing that your story is part of the cosmic pattern, that your transformation deserves prophetic attention, that an interdimensional owl considers your life significant enough to visit. Maybe that gives meaning even without certainty, purpose even without control, connection even across the vast distance between mortal and cosmic. The cosmic owl's legacy is this. He showed us that cosmic horror can be kind, that prophecy can be compassionate, that fate can coexist with meaning, that power does not eliminate vulnerability, or that silence can communicate more than words, that being witnessed is a form of love. He is a prophet who needs friends, an observer who wants to be observed, a witness who longs to be witnessed. He is infinitely powerful and awkwardly mortal, cosmically significant and personally insecure, the harbinger of fate and the subject of his own prophecy. He is the cosmic owl, and he has been watching your life unfold since before you were born, confirming through his presence that your story matters, that your transformation is real, that your struggles are seen. He is still watching. He will always be watching. And somehow, that makes existence a little less lonely, a little more meaningful, a little more bearable. So like this video, if the cosmic owl has ever appeared in your dreams, metaphorically or literally. Subscribe if you want more deep dives into Adventure Time's cosmic mythology and philosophical depth. And comment with your theories. Does the cosmic owl ever sleep? Does he dream? And if he dreams, who shows up to confirm his prophecies? The universe is vast and strange and full of silent birds who witness your transformation. Your future is already written in starlight, waiting for you to discover what the symbols mean. And the cosmic owl is waiting too, patient and eternal, ready to confirm through his presence that yes, you made it. Yes, you transformed. Yes, your story was always going to end exactly here, with you wondering whether any of it mattered. It did. The cosmic owl showed up, which means it mattered. Sweet dreams, and may your prophecies be kind.